Now the closest we can come in, shall I say, phenomenological reflection is to think about our own experience, because that's immediate, it's available in some ways. Very difficult to think about one's own immediate experience. It's not a simple matter to do, but a number of philosophical schools have developed techniques that help us get close to this. And for process thought, what we discover when we examine our own experience in the moment is that antecedent moments of our own experience are still operative within the present. If we think about that momentary experience in which we are hearing the end of a musical phrase, internal to that experience is the hearing of the previous elements of the phrase. Otherwise, you wouldn't hear the phrase. So the hearing of a phrase requires the inflowing influence of one experience into the next. So these experiences are atomic in one sense. That is, the human experience is what it is, and you cannot have half of an experience. You either have the experience or you don't have the experience. It's not atomic in another sense. That is, it's not atomic in that it excludes things. On the contrary, it is constituted by the presence of others within it, and that's why the notion of causality is renewed in this way of thinking. Those previous experiences exercise causal efficacy in the present experience. Now the speculation is that this relationship that is phenomenologically discovered in our own experience extends far beyond that. That is, it's not merely my own experience that enters into my own past experience, enters into my present experience, but all the events in my body are also entering into it. And if you analyze what you're experiencing with a toothache or something else as such an experience in your body, you get a certain amount of phenomenological support. So it's a mixture of evidence from phenomenological examination and speculation. The way in which the experiences of the neurons in my brain play a role in my experience, I have no phenomenological access to whatsoever. But it seems to fit what we know about physiological psychology, and therefore it's a plausible speculation. And then this gets extended and extended. It's not only the events in my body, but what's going on in the rest of the world affects my body, and my present experience is therefore a kind of synthetic creation out of the many. This ends up being very close to what Buddhists have been saying for 2,000 years. And I think that supports it rather than otherwise. They came to it independently, and if those who ask the same questions come to similar answers, it's possible that they are better answers than alternatives one might dream up. And I find it reassuring that on many points, Eastern and Western process thinking concur with respect to how the world comes into creative synthesis in each new event.